Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a question that has captivated science fiction fans and real-life scientists for decades. Will humanity one day call Mars home? It's a massive topic, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's explore the future together. When we gaze up at the night sky, that faint red dot, Mars, beckons. It's our celestial neighbor, and the idea of setting foot on its rusty soil is no longer just a dream. We've sent rovers, we've mapped its surface, and now the conversation has shifted from if we can go to how we can stay. So, let's start with the why. Why Mars? Why pour billions of dollars and countless hours of brain power into reaching another planet? The most compelling reason is survival. As Carl Sagan famously said, humanity needs a backup plan. A single catastrophic event on Earth, be it a massive asteroid impact or an unforeseen global disaster, could spell the end for our species. Becoming a multi-planetary species isn't just about adventure, it's an insurance policy for our very existence. Mars, despite its challenges, is the most Earth-like planet in our solar system, making it the most logical first step. So, what would it actually take to live there? Let's break down the ultimate cosmic moving checklist. First up, getting there. The journey to Mars is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes about 7 to 9 months using our current technology. That's a long time to be cooped up in a spacecraft, dealing with radiation exposure and the psychological effects of isolation. But engineers are working on faster propulsion systems that could potentially slash that travel time in half. Once we arrive, the real work begins. The Martian atmosphere is about 100 times thinner than Earth's and is mostly carbon dioxide. You can't just step outside for a breath of fresh air. Early colonists would live in pressurized habitats, likely built underground or covered with Martian soil, known as regolith, to shield them from radiation. Think of them as high-tech, self-sustaining bunkers. These habitats would need to be completely sealed, with life support systems recycling air and water with near-perfect efficiency. And speaking of water, that's the key ingredient for life. The good news is Mars has water. It's not in flowing rivers, but frozen in its polar ice caps and locked away in underground deposits. Rovers have confirmed its presence, which is a game changer. We could mine this ice, melt it for drinking, split it into hydrogen and oxygen for rocket fuel, and, of course, use it to grow food. Growing food on another planet sounds like science fiction, right? Well, scientists are already experimenting. The Martian soil lacks the organic nutrients we're used to on Earth, but it's not sterile. With some clever agricultural techniques like hydroponics or aeroponics, and by enriching the soil, we could cultivate crops inside our habitats. Imagine biting into the first ever Martian potato. It would be a monumental achievement. Power is another huge challenge. Solar panels are a great option, as Mars still gets a decent amount of sunlight, although it's weaker than on Earth. The frequent Martian dust storms, which can cover the entire planet for weeks, could pose a problem by blocking sunlight and coating the panels in dust. That's why a reliable backup is essential. Small, next-generation nuclear reactors could provide a steady and powerful energy source, independent of weather conditions, ensuring the lights, heaters, and life support systems always stay on. But what about the long-term vision? Are we destined to live in underground bunkers forever? Not necessarily. The ultimate goal for some is terraforming, the process of transforming Mars into a more Earth-like planet. This is a concept on a truly epic scale, taking centuries, if not millennia. The idea is to thicken the atmosphere and warm the planet. One method proposes releasing the vast amounts of carbon dioxide trapped in the Martian polar caps. This would create a greenhouse effect, raising the temperature and atmospheric pressure. Eventually, the pressure might become high enough for liquid water to be stable on the surface, and maybe, just maybe, for humans to walk outside with just a breathing apparatus instead of a full pressure suit. Of course, this raises some profound ethical questions. Do we have the right to fundamentally change another planet? What if there's microscopic Martian life that we haven't discovered yet? These are not easy questions, and they are part of the ongoing debate. Now let's bring it back to Earth for a moment. While we're dreaming of red horizons, we can't forget about our beautiful blue home. The technologies we develop for Mars, advanced water recycling, closed-loop life support, efficient energy production, and sustainable agriculture are the very same technologies that can help us live more sustainably right here on Earth. The quest for Mars could ironically be one of the best things that ever happened for our own planet. It forces us to innovate in ways that benefit all of humanity, whether we're on Earth or 140 million miles away. So, will we live on Mars? In my opinion, yes. It's not a matter of if, but when and how. It will start small, with a few brave astronauts establishing a research outpost, much like the stations in Antarctica today. There'll be scientists, engineers, and explorers laying the groundwork for future generations. Over time, that small outpost could grow into a settlement, then a town, and eventually, a self-sustaining city. The first generation of Martians will be pioneers in the truest sense of the word. They'll face immense hardships and dangers, but they will also be part of one of the greatest adventures in human history. They'll be the ones to watch two moons, Phobos and Deimos, rise in the alien sky. They'll look back at a tiny, pale blue dot in the cosmos and call it their ancestral home. It's an incredible vision for the future, one that speaks to our innate human desire to explore, to push boundaries, and to reach for the stars. What do you think? Do you see a future for humanity on Mars? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to read your ideas and predictions. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this cosmic exploration, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content about science, technology, and the future. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, stay curious.